parents, I'm here to teach you about place value that your children are working on right now in 2nd grade. The first thing that's really important to know is we talk about ones, tens, and hundreds. A 1 is just a little circle. A 10, we're just going to draw a straight line. And then for 100, we're going to draw a big square. So that's our ones, tens, and our hundreds. The next important thing to know is that if you have 10 ones, we're going to get rid of those and turn it into a 10. Same way, if we have 10 tens, we don't want 10 tens, we want to get rid of those, and we're going to make 100. So, for example, if I had a number 342, and I needed to represent that in what's called base 10, 342. This is standard form, and if I wanted to show it in base 10, I would need 3 hundreds, 4 tens, and 2 ones. And that's how we would show 342 in base 10 form. The other way that your children are going to be asked to show on the test is expanded form. That's when you break it down. So the value of the 3 is 300, so you're going to write 300. And then plus the value of the 4, because it's in the tens place, is 40. Plus the value of the 2 in the ones place stays the same as a 2. Then the last way that they might be asked to write it is written form, which is just writing the number out in words. And that's written form. Another thing that we're doing is counting by 5s, counting by 10s, and counting by hundreds. That's, just 5, 10, 15, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, by hundreds, 100, 200, 300. It might start somewhere different though, like 123, and then they need to know 223, 323. And the same with the 10s, might be 47, 57, 67. So just being able to count up by 5, 10, or 100 increments. The last thing that we're doing is greater than or less than, which is simply whichever number is bigger. This they did in 1st grade, but they didn't do it with hundreds. So now they're adding hundreds. So if the number is 542 and 123, we're going to ask them to first look at the hundreds place and see if 100's bigger. If one of the hundreds is bigger, they automatically know that they need to draw the greater than sign facing the bigger number. And like we learned it, that the greater than sign is an alligator and he wants to eat the bigger number. If the hundreds are the same, they're going to go and look at the tens. So if we had 245 and 235, again, they're going to start at the hundreds. Always start at the hundreds, don't start at the ones. Start at the hundreds. Our hundreds are the same, go to the tens. A 4 and a 3, so now we know this number is bigger. Lastly, the hundreds and the tens could be the same. So if I had 333 and 335, I'm going to check my hundreds and my tens and see that they're all the same. And then I'm going to look at my ones. And I have a 3 and I have a 5. So that one's bigger, so I'm going to draw it the opposite way this time. So 333 is less than 335. The other one is that they could be equal. So if I have 151 and 151, they're obviously equal, so I'm just going to put 151 equals 151. Those are all the things that we're doing that are going to be on the test, but I want to show you down here how they can do it with manipulatives as well. So what I was showing earlier, if I was trying to represent a number and I had 10 ones, we don't want to keep the 10 ones. We would trade those for a 10. Same thing if I was making 100. We don't want to keep 10 tens, because if we have 10 tens, they need to come together and make 100. So we trade them out. And that's all that we're doing. Thanks for watching.